So this came in from Nithya. How to handle and plan for tasks with equal priority.
This is going to sound controversial, but there are no tasks of equal priority. They don't exist. Just like there is nobody walking around on planet Earth that is Tanya. Now, there may be somebody who bears a passing resemblance to Tanya, but really upon closer examination, there's going to be a difference there. The difference is how close are you looking and what are your criteria for evaluating. So you will never have two tasks, projects, or initiatives that have identical levels of priority. Some are more urgent, but less important. Some might have more leverage embedded in them. Some might have a sooner or later due date. Some have more emotional resistance, less emotional resistance. Some are quicker to do, some are longer to do. When you're figuring out what do I do next, these are factors that can allow you to balance these against each other. And based on these factors, you might say that one comes in front of the other. So, example, let's say that I've got two priorities that look fairly similar in terms of how important they are in the business and how leveraged they are. And I can't really suss out how leveraged they are, but one of them has less emotional resistance, meaning I'm just more willing to tackle that one. Well, guess what? Tackle that one first. All things being equal, if those two are of equal importance, tackle the one that you have less emotional resistance to. It's like a fingerprint. There are no two priorities, tasks, or initiatives that would be identical in terms of priority. Now, here's the catch. What I think you really might be saying here, deep down is, I don't want to do my job and choose. Let me be clear, being a knowledge worker can really suck sometimes, because what sucks about being a knowledge worker is that you have to take radical ownership and say, this will get done before this, and my criteria for choosing was pretty thin. But ultimately, somebody has to choose the order in which we're tackling these things, and that somebody is me, and I'm not always going to be perfectly happy with what's being offered to me, but it is my job to choose. Here's the criteria that I used, and I chose. And so let's also not forget that there's a psychological element buried deep down here, which is you are never going to have enough time to do the things that you want to do in life. And it is up to you to choose what gets done and what doesn't get done. And you don't always get options between good and bad. Sometimes it's between bad and less bad. And ultimately, we still have to be the one to belly up to the bar and take radical ownership and be the choice maker.